All right, in this video, let's do a little preview for what's to come over here in this London blockchain conference, and also some of the really AI and convergence with Bitcoin, and how this is playing out, and some things that people really need to check out. So, uh, all the trust any protesters I've talked about in the last video, but any protesters, if you're going to do protests when I'm gone, fine, keep it on public property, please. I got two guys who will be monitoring that. And anyways, you know, that's all. I don't mind protesters. Please keep it on the public property, not private. Now, London blockchain. There's a website. It's called eventsblockchainacademy.info. It's this website here. Hello, blockchainacademy.info. This shows all the events for the London trip. There's like 20. I don't know. There's like probably a pretty good sized group. So if you're going to be in London or you're going to go last minute, I just helped my buddy book a hotel last minute, so he was able to get it last second. Same hotel I'm at, and it's all booked. So this is all the accommodations are there. You can check it out if you're going to go. It's badass. There's a lot of just really cool stuff going on. One of the things I think it's relevant here is like Orange Gateway. I'm going to meet with these guys when I'm there. And there's a little. I mean, I don't want to complain, but there's a little bit of a markup here on the price, but that's fine. It is what it is. People got to make money. So there's such a limited problem. There's a problem with supply right now with this stuff with Bitcoin. I mean, it's like I think the supply. I don't know. There's a supply problem. I will tell you, man. I don't think people realize the problem. Oh, let me break something down. Actually, I'm speaking to my buddy, so just be mindful. Orange Gateway. I have an affiliate link for this. I can put in the link below if you haven't already signed up and do it. So please join the affiliate link at least, so I'll know about it. And if you're going to buy Bitcoin, which is just it's under this ticker BSV, that's the Teranode, that's the original Bitcoin blockchain. There it is. Now I got a call this week from my buddy Casey, who's at I'm okay. Sure, yeah. I got a call from my old roommate. He's a good guy, good friend of mine, crypto guy, and he's a real estate guy. He's not really a crypto guy, but he's a real estate guy. He's a freaking really smart businessman. And he hits me up and um, you know, he he has no idea what's going on in Bitcoin. I mean, I'm like, Casey, he's telling me about crypto and the latest pump and dumps and the latest shorts and longs. And I'm like, dude, how's that working out for you? I mean, dude, have you seen people getting wrecked on those shorts and those longs on crypto? Absolutely wrecked. And one of the things he was telling me about, as like looking at the trading people who trade, is that the traders were longing the crypto market at that time, and all I guess, the charts and the experts and people who were supposedly experts in crypto before that crash happened a week ago when I was up in Oregon. They were long, and those people just got wiped out because it went short and it crashed hard short. Like, dude, so how's that working out? Dude, that's information that we are not privy to, man, of how that's going to go. I wish we were, but we're not, dude. And when we think we're 100% certain it's going to go this way, it goes the other way, right? So that's why realizing, like, forget about these speculative things that have zero value. When I say value, what's the utility of those pump and dumps? What's the real utility? What problems do they solve in the world? I mean, come on, dude. No one can really justify that. A Ponzi scheme is a Ponzi scheme. It doesn't solve a problem. So, I mean, I hope people make money. But bottom line is that Bitcoin, the base layer, the underlying protocol, the one I'm going to, see everybody in London about, is the present and the future. What's rolled out now and has been announced is that Teranode is live on mainnet. That's the massively scalable infrastructure of Bitcoin, doing 1 million transactions per second. So I'm telling my buddy Casey, I said, Casey, do you realize what's going on right now? And I feel like I talk probably more openly, enthusiastically when I'm on the phone like that, as opposed to on a video, but I'm going to try to do the best I can to recap what I said, which was, I'm like, Casey, there is a major supply crunch right now on Bitcoin, not Greg Coin, I'm not talking about that. I don't have knowledge about Greg Coin BTC. I'm talking about Bitcoin, the base layer. There's a major supply crunch. First of all, there's only ever have been produced 21 million. Of that, there's maybe only a few million on the market, if that. There's a problem with some of these fake exchanges. There's a UK exchange doing wash trading that pumps the supply. But even so, there's few exchanges that carry it, and even getting it is hard because you buy it on, let's say, KuCoin, and if you're foreign, you can buy it on KuCoin. But do they have it? Can you get it? I've heard, some of these exchanges you cannot even deliver it, cash it out. It's kind of like silver. You buy it, but you really can't deliver it sometimes. So my point is that there's a major supply crunch. Now, silver doesn't have this. Gold doesn't have this. I mean, we can speculate that these things happen. Like, yeah, speculate that silver's got a supply crunch and that there's a lot of demand. I mean, there's some pretty good research on that. I've never seen any, I mean, it's gone up a little bit. I've never seen any silver squeeze. People are talking about this. I mean, I have silver. I think everybody should have silver, dude. Absolutely, bro. Get silver if you have. I mean, it's valuable. I always carry silver with me. I have silver. It's money. It's legal tender. But at the same time, there's no true fixed token supply. When I say fixed supply, like there is with Bitcoin, and a massive demand. The demand for it is huge because in order to utilize the Teranode network and the mainnet, these AIs, the AI Bitcoin convergence that are happening right now. We're going to this conference, and these businesses are all intertwining here. They require you have to have the gas, which is Bitcoin. It's the money, it's the fuel that runs this whole thing. One of the other things I'm going to be looking forward to is money, MENEE. It's the first gasless stablecoin, no gas stablecoin. So you can use it without gas. Just use money, MENEE. So looking forward to that. The Dude, I got the Sony vlogging camera. I got a freaking deal over there at Best Buy. Sound. I got the freaking the strap, the thing, the card that goes in it, all that stuff I got, dude. So I'm actually going to pick it up right now. And dude, I'm bringing that with me. So I'm gonna have a camera for the first time. I've just I've always done a phone or a desktop. I never used a camera before in my life, ever. Crazy. Other than like a Polaroid camera or one of those cheap plastic box cameras, never even had a camera. So it's a little bit like intimidating. I'm like, oh, how do you use a camera? It'll be kind of weird, but I did get the camera. So I'm going to talk with Lex, see if I can ask him if he wants to help me with media while I'm there. Otherwise, I'm just going to try to do it myself, vlogging. I don't know how it's going to even work. I don't know how to use the damn thing. But either way, I would love to be able to freaking upload with that and edit while I'm there. I don't know. I'm not bringing a computer. So I got the new Google Pixel phone, the Pixel X, whatever, 10, on the Google phone, which is the most badass phone I've ever had. I feel like with the cell phones, if you guys haven't already been through this, I mean, I started with the freaking, whatever, the flip phone. And then eventually I got to the iPhone, and that was cool. Went to that for a while. Then I was like, okay, iPhone's okay. But then I was like, all right, Samsung going to be a little bit better. So there was better features on the Samsung, more better pictures, just a little upgrade. So I did that for a few years. Then I realized it's like, man, this Samsung is bullshit. It's just problem after problem after problem. So finally, I talked to Daniel Street and other people, realized that Google's actually the native phone for Android. So, if you're an Android person, Google is the native operating system. And that's what I've just realized now. So I'm not doing all the extra layers like, oh, use the Samsung this and all these other features that clog the phone down. Just using the regular Pixel native operating layer with Google is just it's refreshing because for the first time I'm using Chrome, dude, browser, and like I usually don't use Chrome because why? But now I feel like it's all this stuff's all native in there. It's really cool. So, anyways, I'm just on a rant with that, but I am looking forward to all this. Look at London blockchain. I got all this camera video stuff. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna either do that or I'll just do vlogs on my phone while I'm there and upload daily. For sure. So I'll either be uploading and I'll do an X, and I'll do shorts or videos or vlogs. unless I can edit full length with the camera. So I'm going to have to play that by ear my first time. So, but for sure, I'm going to be uploading. It'll be easily for me to upload on the phone. So I know how to do that. I know how to do the shorts. I can easily do that in photos and whatever, and updates and posts. I could for sure do that. That'll be cool. But my goal is to get a lot of, like on the fly. I got a DJ2 DJI2 audio system. So when you do the interview with somebody on the thing, you put it on their collar, and it cuts out all the background noise. And so I could do a real professional interview while I'm there. And it's not just a BS camera like I had last time. I had a cell phone with Ian Grigg, and it was very unprofessional. So this time I'll have a real professional setup, dude. And my goal is to have somebody with me so I could really do it right. I have one of these things I'll probably bring on this. I don't know if I have a number of these are pretty damn good. I guess this is enough. We'll see when I get the camera, but so that's happening for sure, dude. Orange Gateway, Lex. I'm meeting up with shout out to Elle. I don't know if she watches my channel or not. She's really the one who's kind of putting the whole thing together, like hosting all this. I want to see Siggy. I met Guido. I want to see Sebastian, who's with Teranode. I want to see him, meet him. Oh, I gotta go. I'm supposed to go pick him up something at I gotta get the lithium. If anyone hasn't tried the lithium orotate yet, it's pretty amazing for fat loss and just overall mental health. I feel like I'm really dialed in on the physique right now. My buddy Ray shouted out to me today. He's like, "Man, you're freaking killing it on the health." I am, dude. I'm grateful for that, man. So but that really comes down to habit. One meal a day. It's not just taking lithium orotate. That's just one thing that helps. It's like when you're getting to that point of like dialing in the body to the perfection, then little tiny things do make a difference. But overall, it's a habit, steps, calorie, monitoring through the one meal a day. And, I looking forward to it. So yeah, if you're not on that website, check it out. One more thing. Okay. I'm seeing 28 people on on this private. There's like a Telegram group with a private group that's doing this event in London. So it'll be 28 people on it. I recognize a lot of these people: Satoshi, L, Jed Wilson, Gareth Barham, Mike Middleton, who I've done shows with. I'm going out there, good friend of his, Jake Jones. I think Jake. I got to talk to Jake Jones for sure. L. A lot of other people, Eva, a lot of people I don't know, but I'm looking forward to meeting. So 28 people in that group. That'd be cool, man. Definitely going to be really a good trip. And one of the questions I am going to have for the people at Teranode, like Jake Jones, and I really I'm going to get a show. And when I'm there, I want to spend time with Jake, because Mitch Berman, he said, you need to talk to Jake Jones and you need to let him see if he can explain to you why we need BRC 100. So I don't think people understand, and I'm guilty of the same thing. The real reason why we need a universal protocol for Bitcoin, BRC 100. Why is that so important? Do we really need that? Or can we just stick to the old way and do the next CentB and the next hand cash? And keep doing these centralized models. Or I'm asking an honest question. I would say if it's not centralized, we need that, dude. So that's why I think this going forward to the MetaNet is going to be all BRC 100. But it's a problem, man, because one of the challenges that I'm having right now, I met with Lamint yesterday, was like, there's no rails for Bitcoin or even for crypto. And even the altcoins, like Solana, they're struggling with rails, payment rails. So, not saying that you can't buy crypto. People can buy. Okay, if you want it bad enough, you're going to buy it. My point is that the banks are blocking all the transactions for your everyday person. So if you want to buy $1 in crypto, you shouldn't have to do KYC, and you shouldn't have to, it shouldn't even be crypto. You should be able to pay somebody in, let's see, your stablecoin, USDC or money or BSV or whatever you're going to pay with. And it should just be with your credit card, and it goes to them, and the bank takes their 3%. That's it. You don't need to have KYC for that, dude. And then the problem is that when you make that transaction, then the bank flags it for fraud, and the account the bank closes the account or the transaction because of this the way it's labeled in there. So that's not been that's still not fixed. And until that's fixed, or there's some sort of legislation with the there's just no way to do everyday transactions. So we have to you know from fiat. So we have to find a way to use fiat money on Bitcoin without going through all that. That problem is not solved yet. So there's no mainstream adoption yet until that happens. And that's just a reality. So I know the guys at Money are not, for whatever reason, they're not interested in that, or they're not able to do that. I don't think they're interested in that. They're doing it a different way. I think that mainstream adoption is, in order to do mainstream adoption, you have to have seamless onboarding, meaning that you're just going to pay pay for something using the stable coin. That's it. You're not actually onboarding. You're just paying the person. There should be no flags. There should be no KYC. It's just a legal tender, just like under the new Genius Act. So, I mean, I could do the research on that, I'm sure, and work on that and really figure it out to make sure that it's all legal. But in order to do that, we'd have to have our own stable coin. Or Money would have to hire me as a consultant, or some kind, and then like follow guidance, which they're not going to do. They're out of Canada, they're doing their own thing, so they're not, they're under Canadian laws, they're not going to listen to some guy in California, no matter how right I am or how much business I'm going to bring. It doesn't matter, they're not. I've already talked to them, so they're going to do what they're going to do in their path. So, but the good news is that we've got a lot of freaking massive, nothing but opportunity right now. It's the Wild West in a way, like for Web3. So, yeah, dude, check it out. London blockchain this weekend. I'll be out on Sunday. Protesters, if you're going to protest, keep it on public property. Two guys are already going to be here doing arrests and filming. I got all that set up. So if you're doing protests, you're going to be on film, and I'm going to find out who you are. And I hope to interview you and have coffee with you, dude. That would be cool, because I don't even understand what you're protesting. I mean, I had other people look at those signs. We cannot figure out what the protest was about. It's so confusing. If you have something to protest, you're like protesting BTC. I'm all about our BSV or something. I'm cool with that. Do it, but make it more clear next time so I know what you're protesting. So, all right, that's it. I will see you at the top, at the ones, and I'll look forward to seeing everybody there in London who's going. Little rant here. My name's Gavin. Later.